Yeah. I've been doing autism training for, oh goodness me, about 20 years. It's hard to know exactly when I started. I sort of I got into it through the work I was doing. I've worked in the field since the mid 80s, and gradually I realized there was a picture emerging of autism, a real one. Um, I can remember studying autism back in the mid 80s when I did nurse training. And what was believed about autism then was, well, not at all accurate, full of cliches and full of stereotypes. And the neurobiological nature of it was beginning to be understood, but not wholly understood at the time. And it was very frustrating. And I knew I was autistic back then. I'd figured it out from work by working with autistic people. And I suppose from there on in, I started to train people and started to help people on an informal basis, learning what autism's about. But I think I started training and really helping people understand it in the early noughties, just after the year 2000. And I've been on the road a long time training people in autism. I see the whole thing all in the round. It's a very diverse condition. And of course, most autistic people have no idea that they are. They know they're different. They know they've struggled in life. And they know how to deal with it, but not really knowing what it is. And it's great to help people understand. One of the best parts of my work, and I've just had some beautiful feedback this morning, is when I do autism training. I do it for lots of organizations. I've got a list of them. There's over 200 now I've worked for and trained them in autism and help people understand what's going on. I help businesses, organizations, HR departments a lot, and also individuals understand what's going on in autism in the workplace. And I had a lovely piece of feedback this morning from someone who's autistic. It's something I pay a lot of attention to, because I know that when I'm training in autism, there are autistic people on the courses listening in. Some know they're autistic and some, of course, don't know they are. However, by the end of the training, they've figured it out. And I've had very many conversations with people after doing autism training, or correspondences with them, and they've worked things out, and we go further with it and help them understand where they are at with autism and how they can proceed with life from there on in. It is straightforward how you proceed with life with autism. But the feedback I've had today was so affirming of the work I do. I pay very special attention to the feedback from people who are autistic, or who've discovered, who knew they were already, or have discovered autism on the courses I do. And they always say the description I give of autism is correct. It's spot on. I know how it works in a wide range of lives, and I've modeled this over the years. And it was lovely to get something today, and it's what keeps me going. I know that I can help people understand autism properly. I do read the textbooks. Yes, I do read research. I do a lot of work on it. However, my main, I suppose, longitudinal research study is all those autistic people I've known over very many years, decades now, and how it's working in these people's lives, and in mine and my wife's. And it's beautiful to hear that from autistic people that I'm getting something right. And when I do autism training, it's not the standard training that people would get. It's not a death by PowerPoint kind of thing. Yes, I include facts, figures. I certainly do include a lot of very up-to-date knowledge. And it is moving on. It's good to see what's there. But the thing I do is I'm a storyteller. And I tell a story of autism. I tell how it works, what it is, how it beds down in real life. And it's a story. I run a narrative over however long people have booked me for training. It's all sorts of lengths of time. I've done down to 45 minutes. I've done all day. Sometimes I've done 2-day courses on it. I will always put the training together for whoever is commissioning it and whoever wants it and whatever's going to work. I have a range of different options and a range of different depths where I can go to depending on the time available. But it is so good, and I've just had so much of this. And this morning I was wondering what I was doing and was it okay, etc. But it was good to actually have a very in-depth account from an autistic person who said, I've described their life in a way they've never heard it described before, and it's all correct. So onwards and upwards, I will do more training and I will help more people understand what their lives are. It's going to be thousands and thousands by now. But I use these people as my compass. No, I don't suppose I use them, but they are my compass, I suppose, through the world of autism and the autistic life. These people tell me if I'm on track or not. And they consistently report, yes, this is making a lot of sense. And it's the most invaluable feedback I ever get. And if you do want to book me for training or any kind of autism work or mentoring, I do all sorts. I work with companies, I work with individuals, organisations providing services, you name it. One thing I can always do and consistently do is explain autism in a way that everyone involved will understand and can relate to and can get on with. And most importantly, I find it's the people who are autistic who can live, work, love and grow with autism. And it's so good to hear from them.